Hey, you guys, it's Crystal Ketchum checking in with Hip Hop Weekly. And today I'm sitting down with a man that has one of the most distinct and popular voices. Not only does he use his talents to give us the latest in celebrity news, but he's also a rapper. Mr. Lionel B, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. As I said it before, congratulations on 90 million views on YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks to
Honor.
your really large following, you have one of the most popular voices there is right now on YouTube. So how did
Oh,
your
wow.
career as a YouTuber begin?
Man, it came really unexpectedly. You know what I mean? Like when I first started YouTube, it was completely different what I was doing. I was actually doing skits. I kind of wanted to do like a little funny stuff or whatever. And we got a little bit of views. Like we had one video kind of went viral, but it's nowhere near like what I'm doing now in terms of like views and stuff. But I was just kind of like, outside of doing, the skits, what else would I probably be comfortable doing?
Hmm.
So I was like, well, what is the thing that I watch the most on YouTube? So two things I watch on YouTube, well, I used to watch was like, breaking news, trending news, things like that. And also like bootleg episodes of Fatal Attraction. I love watching that on TV one. I watch crazy stuff on there.
Look, we got something in common because I love that show too. But what were your aspirations before YouTube?
Oh man, before YouTube was just of course music, because I was in music way before I was ever in YouTube. But YouTube kind of helped bring me back into music, so to speak. But yeah, it was mainly like music. I had a label back in like 2006, worked with a lot of great people. But at that time, I wasn't mentally focused or
Hmm.
wanting to just be a part of it. I saw a lot of stuff that I didn't like um in that particular field that I was in. So I was just kind of like, yeah. So it was music. And then after that, it was just like, I was working like regular 9 to 5 jobs, before starting YouTube. And for a brief period, I was actually homeless for like 2 to 3 months. And that was crazy. And that's really when I started YouTube. And I actually went viral, like living out of my car, man. It was crazy.
You
Yeah.
have definitely advanced since then, but how do you balance you as a YouTube personality and as an artist?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, because I like them both equally. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love, doing the news and doing different things like that I do on YouTube, but I also love music equally as well. So I just kind of have to pick and choose, but usually on a typical day, I'm doing like both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go to the studio, knock out about 2, 3 songs, hop on YouTube, do a video, and vice versa, switch back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a workaholic, crazy.
That's a lot in one day. But
Yeah.
delivering the news on certain celebrities, especially rappers, does it ever conflict with you as a rapper? Like you might deliver a story on somebody you might work with. So has that ever been a conflict?
I suspected that it would be, kind of starting in music. I'm like, man, this is about to be the craziest thing in the world because I'm the dude
Hmm.
that talks about you guys. But no, I haven't faced that, man. I work with a lot of great artists. I got a song coming out. I mean, from the Outlaws. I've done videos on Tupac before. I got a song coming out with Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. A lot of people, man, like people from the Dog Pound I'm working with. So I don't even think they really even take it personal like that. They just know, it's a hustle. But I've never had like any issues in that realm.
That's good. Not many people can say that. But just to
Right.
get into a little more about you as the artist, what's your studio process like?
Man, usually like I'll hear the beat, and I'll start right into it. But I know some artists like they can just have the beat going and they're just sitting there right, and I can't do that. I'll play it for a little bit. I'll write my little line and then I'll like turn it completely off and I'll just start writing. And then I'll play it back, and see how it's sounding, and I'll stop. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I can't just have it like because it distracts me too much.
That's good. Everybody has their little quirks. Do you have any like studio must-haves? Like you can't go in the studio without this or that?
Malt liquor. No, I'm playing. It don't matter, man. I don't even care. Like, as long as the speakers sound good, they get super loud. You know what I'm saying? I got some headphones when I go in there. Everything is good. Like the environment is clean. I don't care. I don't really like being around weed smoke, you know what I'm saying, at all. I don't smoke. I don't knock nobody that does that. But yeah, I probably wouldn't like no weed smoke going on and shit. I don't want no contacts, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've seen you work with Papoose and now E.D.I Mean from the Outlaws, but who are some other artists you would like to work with throughout your career?
Oh man, it's so many. I think for me, it would more so be like the legends. Like I love working with the legends. I just work with Ja Rule as well.
Really?
Yeah, that was super cool. It's actually up on my YouTube channel. It was probably last month. I got a chance to work with him, and that was kind of surreal. It's like people you kind of grow up listening to or whatever. I guess I'm kind of at the point in my life where it'd probably be more like an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, maybe months down the road, just kind of sitting back reflecting, like, damn, I did some cool shit, and I worked with some pretty cool people. You know what I mean?
Wow. As an emerging artist, what are your thoughts on the state of hip hop right now?
I like it. I think um, it's so many different subgenres of hip hop, not just trap and all that. There's like subgenres. There's London drill, there's New York drill, there's what I'm saying, Chicago drill. It's a lot of different elements. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's something out there for everybody. I think there's other artists you can kind of pick and choose what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. But I think music is always evolving. Even some of the OGs are coming back, and it's gonna be lyrical again. I feel like it's gonna come back around to being a real lyricist.
And I saw videos of you teaching your son how to produce. So how important is it for you to produce, but also engineer your own sound?
I think it's super important because it gives you, that added feeling, like you can kind of change things on the fly. It's not like where you go out and purchase a beat and like, okay, I gotta figure out how to make, my sound match this sound. Or, sometimes it can be a marriage. You can find a beat like, damn, that was definitely meant for me. But in terms of engineering, like the engineering that I do is mainly like, pre-production, and I take it to a larger studio and I'll have them mix everything and get it sounding, getting it sounding really, really good. So that's kind of my process there.
Your son is in the process of producing. Has he ever produced anything for you?
He has. He actually got 2 songs right now. He's actually going to be on a TV show and a film. So super excited. This is really his first time producing. So he's got 2 placements coming. I'm excited.
Wow.
Now his thing is he wants me to do like every beat he do. I'm like, man, I can't do them all, because some of them don't really fit what I do. But yeah, he's super talented, man.
Oh, he's following in your footsteps.
Yes. I'm happy. I'm happy he's doing that other than playing video games all day, so I really gave him that lane to just like, step off the game sometime, bro. Like he's got a gaming machine, he's got all the consoles, and he'll literally spend hours. And I'm like, man, you got to do other things, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to hustle. You got to figure out, what your craft is. This could be your niche, you know what I'm saying? And take you real far in life. So do something else besides video games some days, bro.
No, I definitely understand that. Now, I want to get into your new single that is dropping on Saturday, Let Me Ride. When I saw it, I'm just like, I need a drop top car because, it just gives you that feel. So what was the inspiration behind the song?
Man, shout out to the producer, Zaj Beats, man. Like when I heard the beat, I was like, this shit is crazy. And I was always a fan of like, the West Coast vibe. I grew up listening to West Coast music, even though I'm from Florida. I was a big fan of NWA, Ice Cube, DJ Quick, like all of them. And when I heard it and I heard like the little Zapp and Roger feel on the hook, I'm like, this is crazy. But when I first heard it, it was weird because when I first heard it, like it wasn't like the typical structure that I'm used to. It's like, okay, usually a 16, then a hook. Like, so I didn't really know where to rap on the beat. I'm like, where the hell do I come in at? So I kind of like left the beat alone for a while, and I came back to it again. I think maybe like a couple of weeks later, and I heard it again. I'm like, oh, I like this. So I started coming up with something. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I'm supposed to come on that track. And I was like, you know what? It wouldn't be right for me to be from Florida and make like a dope West Coast song. I'd have to have a West Coast artist that I respect and I feel like is a legend in the game. So I reached out to E.D.I Mean, let him hear what I had. He was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. Send it back the same day. And we did that song probably last year, but I'm just now putting it out.
Why so late?
Because I wanted to drop it in the right time. I wanted to make sure we was in the right space. I don't want to just throw stuff out there that people don't get to hear. And that's why I always tell artists, man, like take your time when you're putting out an album or EP or anything. Establish yourself. Don't just be throwing shit out there. You know what I mean? And I could have been dropped it, but I was just kind of testing the waters. And I was like, now I feel like it's the right time. Summer's coming up. Like you said, that's a lowrider song or a convertible song or whatever.
Definitely. I love the beat so much. So I'm just wondering, I just could see a video behind it. So are you and E.D.I Mean going to collaborate on a video soon?
Yeah, we are, man. We actually been talking about that for the past few months. I did tell him, I said, man, I'm going to release it, when the time is right, I know he like, damn, put it out now. I even had people on Clubhouse. It was like, yo, put it out, put it out. I'm like, nah, it's not the right time. I knew I had it. That's kind of like stuff I got in the arsenal. But I have a lot of songs, man. I got this other one called Ride and Sticking. Like that, it's crazier than the Let Me Ride song. And I'm putting stuff out strategically though.
You mentioned earlier that you grew up you love listening to West Coast music, but you're from Florida. So what effect does Florida have on your music?
A lot,
being
man.
From Florida.
A lot. I think just definitely my style. Even though I'm pretty versatile, I can get on any track. Like I can get on something where I can sound like I'm a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I can really rap and got punchlines and everything. Or I can kind of slow it down and get on like some more Florida Southern Trick Daddy, Rick Ross type vibe, or get on the West Coast beat. It's just really the beat kind of give me the feeling of where I want to go. But I think certain words that I say, people instantly know I'm from Florida. Like we have certain words that we say, and people are like, oh, you from Florida, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like just one word, they'll know exactly where I'm from.
Growing up, what were the Florida rappers that you looked up to? Who were some of the Florida rappers you looked up to?
It was of course Uncle Luke, 2 Live Crew. JT Money from the Poison Clan, he's pretty big. And excuse me, and they were signed with Luke as well. Who else? Florida rappers, damn. That's really all that's all we had. We didn't have a whole lot. Of course, Trick Daddy, coming up. But I was already grown by then. I was like what, my 20s, somewhere around there. But yeah, definitely those guys.
Again, I'm definitely excited to see a video for it. I'm excited for people to hear it because it really gives you a summertime West Coast vibe. But now I just want to get into a little more of your career. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man, 5 years, hopefully doing a lot more TV. I do have a television project in the process right now. It's currently being shot to the network, so I'm super excited about it. And it's that's my baby, man. I developed it 2 years ago, so I finally got the green light on it to actually get it out there. Super happy about that, man. It's gonna be a dope reality show. It ain't gonna be all ratchet. Hopefully, it won't be ratchet, but the idea is not really for it to be ratchet. But I mean, it may come with a little bit of ratchetness with our cast we got going on. But yeah, so definitely maybe doing more film, television, stuff like that.
This TV project that you're speaking of, does it deal with cars? Because I heard you were coming out with a reality shows about cars. Yes. I don't know if it was like Pit My Ride, but is it that? And then can you give us a little more information on it?
No, it's not really gonna be. I could give you a little bit of details, but as far as how it is, it's not gonna be like Pimp My Ride. No disrespect to them or nothing like that, but that's not really the angle I want to go with. It's gonna be more or less like it's involving certain vehicles that we ride here in Florida, that we ride everywhere, but it really started in Florida, in Miami. And we're just gonna be kind of highlighting those vehicles, our lives. Gonna be following around different celebrities, different rappers that all y'all know very well. We have a great cast. I can't confirm everything because we still got to sign the paperwork with everybody, but everybody's super excited about it, man. Like they're ready to go. They're ready to go. So it's gonna be dope.
Okay, you're holding back from us. We get it.
I can't, man. I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'll make sure I follow up with you when it drops, though, for sure.
Okay. You told us about the TV show, but what else can we expect next from Lionel B?
Man, hopefully a Grammy. I really feel like the record I'm doing with E.D.I Mean, I feel like that's gonna be really big. Hopefully, that'll hit the Billboard charts. I'm excited. I'm gonna be looking. It drops on the 17th, which is this Saturday. So I'm gonna be looking at the Billboard like all day long, refreshing my screen. But yeah, definitely that, man. Of course, I want to continue to do YouTube. I don't want to abandon that, even though I'm doing other projects. I want to just keep making good music, man. Keep getting better, keep evolving. A lot of stuff, man. Like I think last week I not put out, but I actually recorded like 12 songs in a few days for like a film and TV project I'm working on, because I got deals to do soundtracks and all of that. So I've been going crazy, like just banging out songs, putting beats together, banging out songs, banging out songs, and they're really loving like what I'm bringing. So it's not like I'm just throwing shit together, you know what I mean? They're like, damn, this dude can really go. I'm like, yeah, man, got to.
That's crazy. 12 songs in, you said a day or 3 days?
About probably like 3 days, yeah.
You working.
Yeah, man. And some of the stuff was like so good because they always said like, you never want to put your best stuff on TV and film, because at that point you kind of giving away your ownership, and they have to kind of pitch it or whatever. So there was some songs I was like, nah, I like that shit too much. There was a couple songs I pulled back. I'm like, no way, let me get those back. But I'm making more stuff, man. Every day I try to do at least 2 to 3 songs, at least, to just kind of build up my catalog. I want to try to get at least a good 30 together. And it just like, yo, y'all had that. Put me on Netflix. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I said in the beginning, you are definitely very talented, and we can't wait to see what you're doing next. So let everybody know how they can follow you.
Yes, y'all. I had to just recently change my Instagram. It was a Lionel B show. But Instagram, for whatever, they didn't want to verify me under that name, because I guess when you Google me, it says Lionel B. So I changed it. It's at official Lionel B. That's on everything: Twitter, Facebook. If you follow me on YouTube, it's the Lionel B Show. So yeah,
definitely, you guys follow him, because that song, I'm telling y'all, it's the summertime vibe, and y'all gonna want to see that.
Yes, I love that song. That's my baby, man. That's my baby right there.
Well, thank you again for sitting down with us, and it was a pleasure talking to you.